You got the bass happening. All right, I think. Okay, so where this is all written, so much for consistency. But anyway, left hand is as written, which is all the way down here. The right hand is written up an octave from where it sounds. Okay. And the reason is, if you're... I guess I could have written it in bass clef, but whatever. It's kind of a pain. And that, for all the tritone thing, the F sharp and C, you want to use your thumb. This is that thing that we were practicing before. So not, we're going, okay. It's just like this one, right? This is good, this is fine, but when you want it to be this, it's different. So my personal top 10 licks that I love to do when I'm playing blues, this, something about it, I don't know. So F and C together, releasing to that F sharp, very light. So that F there is that F. So you don't have to play it with your right hand. You're already playing it with your left hand. So. And then you go back to the, yeah. Sorry. I'll write that in there.
These bass go back up there.
This bass with that right hand.
Turnaround.
I'll fix it on the chart. And then the last one. And then you get your walking bass. You could write a new one, especially for Horace, if you want. What I do want to explain about this piece, something that we've been touching on off and on with our rhythm. Again, I'm the rhythm. We gotta have the rhythm right. 'Cause that's what makes it swing. That's what makes it fun. That's what makes it light. It's really understanding. And again, it's this the difference between subdividing this is your quarter note. Now that we're into swing, we're doing adult things now. So now that you have this is your training wheels, and now that you're doing this, we have to trust that you know in your mind you're still hearing this. Da, 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 da. But so that's dividing the quarter note, the beat, into 3, and you're playing on the first and third, right? So when I play the first part of the melody, you can see how it's written. It's the upbeat of 1, the upbeat of 2, 3, upbeat of 3, and then 4. So where everything is written is not actually where it sounds. Because in this world we write swing, because it's a lot easier to look at than how I wrote it here. I just really wanted you to see it here. Normally you would just write measure 2 as 8th notes, right? But what this really is this triplet, and there's an extra rest there, right? So it's on the third beat. It's on it's on that beat. So it's not. I can't even do it. Da 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 da. Unless you want to do the Latin thing. But so it's this is 1, 2, 3, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Ba, 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 ba. So you can, it's always okay to practice. I'll slow it down. If you get your shuffle going in your left hand, ba, da, da, ba, ba, ba. Does that make sense? Because especially tapping yourself, for me, if when I have part of my teaching, my learning, my teachers actually physically touched me and showed me where it was. And it wasn't even sexual harassment. It was amazing. It's like just normal human touch. So, boom, ba, da, da, ba, da, ba. Okay? And then Here's the problem. The next thing, you can, if you're lazy in the beginning, you can think about it just as a trill, but we're not lazy. We're going to actually get to the bottom of this because it's a very specific thing that I want you to do. When you're playing this, if you want to sound cool, if you want to sound hip, cat, like the 30s, well, this is 60s. Anyway, very laid back. It's a very laid back, and it's a strange thing in jazz that the more laid back it is, kind of the more straight it is, sort of. Anyway, what we're doing is subdividing that quarter note into now 4 even segments. Instead of the triplet where you're going da 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 da, we're switching gears just for a beat to go da 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the way the rhythm sound, if you're just plunking along, da 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 da. Here's my beat, so I'm just trying to slow it down. I've had my second cup of coffee. I'm still going too fast, but here, if this is your bass line, and your shuffle is da 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 da, and then your 16th notes, there's 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you want to practice being able to switch back and forth between da 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, da da da, like that.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, da 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 da. And that's what makes this melody sound so fun. And when you listen to any jazz, jazz is full of this type of rhythm. And it's a big bummer when people don't understand this rhythm. They don't sound very good. It doesn't feel good. So when you're doing this, it sounds different than it is, kind of. And it sounds different than it feels. So this is part of the training. Again, this is an essential jazz rhythm. If you understand this, you'll sound good. You'll feel good. This goes with everything in the future and the past, but you just didn't know it yet. But this is that spicy thing. So again, da 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 da, ba 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 da da, straight. Ba, ba. So it's the same thing over and over. And again, it's a 3-beat pattern. First time it starts on beat 2. Second time it starts on beat 1. Third time it starts on beat 4. Fourth time it starts on beat 3. So it's moving. It's going to be weird to play at the beginning. Again, super awesome. And then it goes from there. And then this line. So anyway, sorry. It goes from there. You go here. Oops. Same thing in F, and then back to C. This is a blues, by the way. It's just a straight blues. And then it has this jazz thing at the end where you go. Now they look just like 8th notes, but they're swung. Okay. And the left hand is it's a bass, just very straight. Come up with a fingering that you like.